again. Sorry, everybody. Don't exactly know what I'm doing, and so I panicked, I guess. Um, anyway, I'm going to give everyone just a minute to kind of be able to do what they got to do and hopefully come see us. Because I hope to have a nice and engaging conversation. It's an important topic. Our health, our bodies are very important to you know, obviously, or we wouldn't have one, right? So healing is, and I hope that we get to engage and learn from one another and um, have a good talk, basically. Um, uh, I this not sure how to check it, so I'm just gonna have to have faith that eventually I'm going to be joined, and we are going to have a beautiful learning experience together. So anyway, a little about myself. I am learning as I go. Uh, I am drawn to healing because I like to make people feel better. Um, and I like to feel better. So it's a win-win, right? Um, our health, our mind, our body works best when aligned with our soul. If we allow our body to go out of alignment, um, it's possible that we're not quite reading or reaching the messages we should be reaching from our spirit. Um, so we want to do our best to always be at our best. To say that we can never have any kind of fun with anything, sugars or caffeines or whatever is, well, we can. Everything in moderation. But we want to be aware of what our body is asking us to do, what our body is asking us to intake or get rid of. And that is why I say mind is the very first place we start when it's anything, mental things, physical things. Um, this is an experience for all of us. What is good for one may not be good for another. That's why it's amazing to see so many people out there now talking and discussing and learning and sharing beauty, the experience of humanity. And sometimes that's all it takes for one to feel better. The realization that they're part of something amazing. I'm not sure what's happening to me right now. Well, something's stuck in there, I guess. Life is beautiful. And it's easy to forget. I hope not to forget. But I do sometimes. I am human. And sometimes the struggles are difficult or they seem constant, so you just don't want to battle them anymore. But that's when you battle through the most. That's when you push through hardest. That's when you remember and remind yourself, no matter how difficult, what a blessing this is. That this experience is an experience to teach us something, no matter how uncomfortable, no matter how, tiring. We got to remember there's a reason for it. It's very hard to remember there's something to learn. And it can be very easy for our egos to say, well, so what, I'm just supposed to learn to be just, I'm just in pain all the time. What am I learning? I do it sometimes too. Gets old dealing with the same old crap over and over again. Why isn't it better yet? I've done this, I've done that. Why can't I just be there yet? Well, therein lies the lesson itself. Patience. It will come to you when it's supposed to come to you. Until you truly have the lesson in hand, you will repeat it. It's okay to take steps back sometimes or trip, but it's extremely important to remember this is an experience too. This is something that not everyone gets to do, not everyone gets to see. I am unique that way. I get to be a part of a whole that is so amazing that even my tiny little drop means that much. And because it does, it is important always to remind ourselves how lucky we are just to be here, just to be able to experience it, even when it's terrible. We do have to take care of our humanness as well. I mean, our body, our mind, the whole takes more than just thinking it. We must take the actions that we tell ourselves to take. You know, I tell myself always, oh, I need to do this. Do I always do it? No. Well, that doesn't mean, you know, when I turn around, if I ask someone else, well, why isn't this working? Kind of an obvious question, right? No, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. We all know. You look inside, you ask yourself, or you get random thoughts, you get things telling you what it is you should do or what it is you should do yourself. We're told constantly. It's the listening part that a lot of us are having trouble with. It's slowing ourselves down. It's getting out of that societal way of thinking, that other hole. It's not working. Is it working? I'm still not getting anything from anybody, so I'm pretty much just talking to myself and hoping whatever.
You're
I
on.
guess.
I'm like looking.
Anyway, sorry, people. Hi, Cece. Hey, look at this. I actually am seeing stuff now. I do know it's working. Okay, love seeing you here. Hope you're enjoying my ramblings. And hopefully there's some importance to you. Hopefully you're getting something from it. Because that's what I do. I'm a rambler. I blah, 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 and hope that something great comes out of it. As I was saying, it takes more than just thinking, though. And again, very difficult, especially when you're in the middle of something. You're going through something very tough, or you're feeling something just painful or terrible. But after you think, this is okay. There's a reason for this. I'm grateful to be here still. You'll hear yourself tell yourself something. That's when you got to listen. Because that's when you're telling yourself what you need to do to move past that pain, that discomfort, that anything, whatever it is that you're going through. Listening, that's the hard part for many of us. And some of us, though we listen and we want someone to take our word for it, which is kind of ridiculous because our word isn't always our word. Our word is the word. It's the word we need to know. It's what we all know. We know. Listen carefully to everything, to everyone. You're in the wind. Oh, I hate the wind. It blows me around. It drives me crazy. Well, what is the wind telling you? Oh, I hate the heat. It's miserable, hot. What is the heat telling you? You got to listen. Listen to it all. There's life in it all. We're more than just human beings. We as a race are humans. And there's the trees, plants, the grasses, the dirts, the oils, the everything. All of it. Breeze. All of it is speaking to you. We just have to listen to it. You have to listen to what it's saying. And not the part of you that's saying, well, I want this just because it tastes good, or just because it makes me feel good, or just because I want it. Really listen. Really listen to what it's saying. Because even if it makes you feel good, if you listen to what it was saying, you probably feel even better because you're listening. You know exactly what it is you need and what exactly it is going to give you. It's an experience, everything, if we are willing to truly experience. And that can be hard. And this and do that, and I do that. Because we've all got to do stuff, right? For now, hopefully. Our collectives change and we can all just do what we really love doing someday. But right now, we're working with it. We got to do things. So if we take those things we got to do, and we take the time to truly experience them, perhaps we can find at least a little more joy in it, right? Find a little more joy in it, you feel a little better, physically, mentally, soulfully. It can be hard to live there, always remembering to truly experience every experience. I know. Guilty. I live in the mundane, just natural, instinctual, not thinking about anything, just going about my life because that's what life's supposed to be. And that's not fun. Can drag you down physically, emotionally, mentally, physically. It's the every day in our lives is a job in itself. To remember who we are. Limitations right now. We chose these limitations, mind you. Every limitation we face, we chose. And we chose to face those limitations because we know that within these limitations, there is an expansion that is amazing. There's no words to describe the feeling of getting past a limitation while still within that limitation. It's beautiful. Experiencing the soul and the human at the same time, the creative and the logical at the same time, being in balance is a beautiful place. We just got to figure out how to get there. If we listen, hopefully we will. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed my talk. And I hope you got the getting natural healing out of this. Sometimes all you need to do is talk. Sometimes all you need to do is listen. Sometimes you need to do something. Sometimes it's yourself you need to listen to. Whatever it may be, however it needs to come. We all have the power to heal ourselves naturally. God bless you. Talk to you later. Did it?